So according to the instructions on this pumpkin project, it says here that you are allowed to write the equation either in slope-intercept form or point-slope form. That's going to save you a lot of time. The equations that touch the y-axis, equation number 1, equation number 2, equation number 3, equation number 12, those would be the ones that you would probably want to put in slope-intercept form. Why? Because you can use your counting rise over run to get your slope, and then your y-intercept is going to be wherever it crosses. So writing those in slope-intercept form should be the easiest ones to do. I'm going to say again, equation number 1 touches the y-axis. Equation number 2 touches the y-axis. Equation number 3 is touching the y-axis. And equation number 12. Those would be the ones that I would write in slope-intercept form. I'm going to remind you about point slope form. I'm going to help you write the equation for number 4. I'm going to use point slope form and do number 4 with you. And then that should be a good model for you to do all of the other ones. So first of all, for equation number 4, I need to get my pen. Okay, so the first thing that you should notice with equation number 4 is that it has a negative slope. So you might want to make note of that. I have a negative slope. Then I'm going to count rise over run. Rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Run 2. Rise 5, run 2. So that's half of what I need. The other thing that I need, and I'll write the formula down right here. I'm going to say you might be okay. You might have enough room to write like your slope on this paper, but it's probably going to be better to do all your work on another piece of paper and then just record your final answers over here. Just because you're going to have more things here in the middle when you draw your face. So anyway, you don't want this paper to get so crowded that you can't tell what's going on anymore. I'm just writing on it right here, though, so that we can quickly reference and see, how I'm doing what I'm doing. So the formula is y minus y1 equals the slope times x minus x1. All right, where the x1 and the y1 are points that are on your line. Well, you've got 2 points. Either one of these endpoints will work. You don't need both of them. You just need one or the other one. It truly does not matter. I'm going to pick this one. It's the 0.71. Now, you do have to be sure you get your x value correct and your y value correct. If you plug in the wrong numbers, you're going to get an equation, but it won't be the right one whenever you go to graph it. So this is the x1 value, this is the y1 value, and you're literally just going to plug those in, replace these 3 letters. You're going to replace those 3 letters with these 3 numbers. Okay, that's all we're going to do. So y minus 1 equals m is negative 5 over 2, and it's going to be x minus 7. That's all you have to do is write it down. So you're going to come over here in place number 4, and you're going to write down what we just wrote down. Y minus 1 equals negative 5 over 2, x minus 7. Now, that's not all, because you also have to put the restrictions, but the restrictions are pretty easy, especially if you go around this and write down all the ordered pairs. You might want to do that first. Just write down the ordered pair at every dot, and that way when it goes to writing the restrictions, it's super easy to do. You put a comma, you put your brace, and then you put the x value of the left endpoint first. The x value, just the x value of the left endpoint. So I'm going to put 5. Then you're going to put less than or equal to. Then you're going to put x. Then you're just going to do less than, and you're going to put the x value of the right endpoint. And that's the way you'll do it every time. The x value of the left endpoint, and then it's going to be the first number you write down. The x value of your left endpoint gets written down first. The x value of your y endpoint gets written down second. Okay, and then yes, I would do one of these with a bar, one of these without the bar, and just do the same one every time because we want it to be a function, so we don't want both of them filled in. So point slope form, just grab a point. If you want to do the left point every time, you can do that. If you want to do the right point every time, you can do that. I'll go ahead and I'll do 6 with you, just because 6 has negative numbers and I want you to see that. So real quick, the slope of number 6 is 1. Rise 1, run 1. Okay, so the slope is 1 and it's a positive 1. I'm going to use, it doesn't matter, either endpoint. That endpoint is 6, negative 4. So the equation for line number 6 is going to be y minus, the minus because of the formula right here. Here's the formula, so it's y minus, and then we're going to plug in a negative 4. So when we plug in a negative 4, I'm going to put a plus 4 right there. Minus a negative makes it be a plus 4. And then it's 1. You can put the 1 if you want to, but it's also okay to leave it off. And then x minus the 6. Okay. The restrictions are going to be, remember I need both endpoints. So this endpoint right here is over 4 down 6. This endpoint right here is over 6 down 4. So put the left endpoint first. Do less than or equal to x. Less than, and then put the right endpoint last. And that's how you write those in point slope form.